Alright people, Catfish Dave here. I've done a couple videos on Loudon, one on Watts Bar, nothing but old dinky February fish. I'm taking a bigger risk on catching a fish, and I'm in Cherokee Reservoir. Well, Cherokee ain't fished as heavy, and I'm already going to tell you the numbers of fish are not here. But because it hasn't been slap fished to death, when you find a fish, you can pretty easily find a 30-pounder in this lake, I'll put it that way. So I'm taking a bigger risk on getting a fish on video, but a better chance of having a bigger fish on video. So that's what we're going to do today. You never know where the bait is this time of year. I had a tough time finding it on Loudon, I found it. Well, I'm about middle ways of the reservoir right here. And this whole thing is just slap filled with threadfin shad. There's schools of shad out there that are 150 yards long, 10, 15 foot high, out there in 40 something foot of water all around this area. So the bait is here. Good reason for some fish to be here. And I did mark a couple better fish farther out that way. I set a pretty long course in this creek, cross the channel, up into another one, and we're going to see what happens. My butt's wet. There's that good old seat. Let's see. Go to iTracks to start. We're running. Now we just got to cut up some bait. Afternoon hours, brought my umbrella for my camera. It could possibly rain. It is going to rain for the next 2 days, so I really need to get a video out of this. Good chance of getting hung up in this lake. There's some real draggable areas, and there's some spots you're going to lose some tackle. We'll find out how this is. I haven't drugged this yet. Never made a video in this spot. Just took a eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Took a wild guess of where to go. We're going to be going into water about 45 foot deep, so I've got to make sure I've got plenty of line out before I set these planer boards. Early afternoon hours, we've got about four and a half hours to pull this off. I'm going to keep these outer rod holders empty because when we get in this deeper water, more into the 30-40 foot range, I may suspend a couple baits. I've never done no good suspending baits in this lake the few times I've tried it, but this is a different time of year, and they may want it suspended more than they want it dragging. You just don't know till you throw. As always, I'm going to give it all a go until we get a fish for the Catfish Dave show. Dirty South dragon weights. Clip onto a 3-way swivel at the bottom. Demon Dragon style floats. These are the Hooker's Terminal Tackle crappie version. You can get them from either Hooker's Terminal Tackle or Tackle Bandit. And I believe that's one of them cheap Kunsalane Chinese hooks I made a video about back in the winter. As far as those planer boards I'm using, that one is a Bears board. They are no longer made. That one over there is a B-cap board. It's really not a bad board. I just quit using them because they was Dieter Melhorn fans. The biggest problem with those boards is the hardware they are put together with, the durability. You have the rod coming out to hook your line and make the board spread. Well, these are screwed on. Now that Bears one, it got stripped out. I had to epoxy it to fix it. That B-cat, I haven't had to do anything to fix it yet, but I'll just be honest with you. The best board that you can buy, I had a girl message me on the Instagram. Man, she's fine. I wish she'd messaged me something besides about fishing gear. But either way, she asked me, and I told her that Spread'em planer boards are the best board on the market. And the reason is there's just nothing to go wrong with them. They've got an aluminum thing on them just like the B-cat does. If you bend it, if you step on it, you just bend it back straight. But the rod on the Spread'em is welded onto that, whatever you call that at the bottom. It's welded on there. It's not, there's nothing to strip out. It is welded. You can step on it and bend it. Just take your hand and bend it back straight. They are the most durable boards out there. They've got the extreme flotation kind like that, and they've even got some shorter ones. Look up Spread'em planer boards if you're wanting the most durable, best built planer board out there. And they don't cost no more than those B-cats. We're in 15 foot, going into 40 something. I'm guessing my fish are deeper today. I started back here just to cover all grounds. I'm not marking any real fish on the side scan, so I'm going to speed this thing up into deeper water. We need to spend most of our time in the good zone. Back in December, this was the depth to be in. Right now, most of the bait is deep. Fish are probably going to be deep. I had to get one of them layers off. It's pretty warm out here today for February. Hey, shut up there. Dag blasted geese. 24 foot. I just passed a little bit of bait. There was no bait back there shallow. When we get into what I think is the prime zone, I'm going to slow my speed way down. Probably drop a suspended bait, maybe two, and work that area. Okay, y'all, 27 foot. I just marked my first really large ball of bait. So this is the point where I'm going to drop suspended baits. And once we get shallow into this other creek, I'm going to have to pull the suspended baits up. But we got about a quarter-mile section here where I can keep them in the water. I put a head on one, a body on the other. I've seen days where they would only hit a head. I've seen days where they would only hit a body. On a good day, they hit both with no problem. Right now, we're crossing over a massive school of threadfin shad coming off the bottom. We should be in the fish zone now. Oh. 37 foot first bite. That was either a channel cat or a small striper. The way he banged it hard a couple of times kind of reminded me of a striper. good fish right there. That is a barrel, y'all. That's a thick fish. Look at the size of that sucker. That's another one. That's a good 40 pounder. All right, y'all, we'll take that all day long. God almighty. Yeah. Whew. These fish are hurting my back. Oh, man. Fish is making it difficult. Let go, brother. Let go. You let me go, and I'll let you go. Yeah. Yes, sir. Thick fish. Well, all right, people. I broke the February small fish curse. I took a risk by coming here and not getting a video, but knowing if I do get something, I was probably going to get something better than I was catching down in Fort Loudon, Watts Bore. Reason for that, the place ain't been just hammered to death and wore out. The lake doesn't get the pressure. The least pressure, better fishing. That's true anywhere you go. This lake don't have the numbers, but they actually got a chance to grow. Either way, this is a video. There was fish in the video. That makes it a fishing video. This is Catfish Dave with another one, signing out.